Okay, so hello everybody. For this video, we're going to have a short explanation or short discussion with our peak interpretation on the land and building. In case you have forgotten the discussion of this peak interpretation on land and building, or in some cases you have not been taught about the peak interpretation on land and building, this is how it goes. Now, the land and building, this peak interpretation ng land and building only applies if you bought a land, bumili ka ng lupa, if you bought a land, no? If you bought a land with an old building for a lump sum or a single cost. Meaning, bumili ka ng lupa, tapos may nakatayo doong old building, tapos you bought that one at a lump sum price or a single cost. Kasi yung issue natin dito, shall we allocate, no? Shall we allocate ba shall we allocate ba yung cost shall we allocate the single cost sa old building at sa land building o diretso na lang sa land? So that is our issue. That is why the peak interpretation was made. So ganito daw yan siya ganito daw yan siya i-settle. So if this old building daw is still usable, meaning magagamit pa to siya, then i-allocate mo. Kasi accordingly, since usable pa siya, there's a possibility that there will be an inflow of economic benefit. Kaya we need to allocate. We need to we need to assign we need to measure the building and we need to assign an amount sa building and to assign an amount sa land. So, i-allocate po natin siya if the old building is usable. Pero, if the old building is not usable anymore, therefore, all of the cost shall go to land na lang. The cost is to the land only na lang siya. Okay? So, I hope that is clear. Okay? So, i-allocate natin. For example, if the old building is usable, allocate natin. So, for example, yung cost natin is 1 million. So, pinorate natin siya. We used your, your relative sales price method. Tapos, we able to, allocate at that. So, ang nagawa natin, 300,000 ang na-allocate sa land as a building, let's assume, and 700,000 ang na-allocate sa land, let's assume. So, what do we do now? Sir, what if, di ba sir, ang old building is usable, so nag-allocate tayo. What if dinemolish namin agad yung building? The old building was demolished immediately to construct the new building. So, ano mangyayari sa 300,000 na cost sa old building? So, mangyayari niyan, if the new building, nag-construct ka ng, you demolish the old building because you want to construct a new building. So, ano mangyayari sa 300,000? So, if the new building, the cost of the old building is mag-i-expense siya if ang new building, yung bagong itatayo na building, is to be treated as PPE or investment property. Pero ang cost ng old building is to be capitalized if the new building is to be treated as inventory. Okay? So, tingnan nyo ha. Tingnan natin. Bumili ka ng land and building for a lump sum price. Ang issue, allocate mo ba or hindi? O, tingnan mo. Usable ba or hindi? Kasi kung usable, allocate mo. Pag non-usable, pag hindi na siya usable, land na lang diretsyo. Now, dito tayo may issue pag usable. Sir, usable man siya, sir. So, inallocate namin. Meron sa building, meron sa land. Tapos, anong nangyari after? Dinemolish namin agad yung building para makakonstruct ng bagong building. So, anong gagawin namin, sir, sa na-allocate na 300,000 sa building, sir? Itong gawin ninyo. If ang new building is to be treated as PP or investment property, expense mo na yan. Pero if the new building is to be treated as inventory, it shall the cost of the other hand, what if sir ginamit namin saglit yung old building tapos after a year dinemolish namin siya because we want to construct a new building. So use in the prior period but demolished in the current period. Ginamit muna namin siya, tapos ngayon na year, gusto namin siya i-demolish na kasi magtatayo kami ng bagong building. So, ano mangyayari? Sa 300,000 the cost ng building. So, the cost of the building is to be expense. Expense talaga siya. Irrespective kung PPE, investment property, or inventory ang treatment ng bagong building. So, therefore, we conclude na let's use the tawag nito the rule of exclusion. Okay? So, tinan nyo ha, lahat, 'di ba, if you notice expense, kailan lang siya ikakapitalize? Ikakapitalize lang siya if the old building is usable, it was demolished immediately to construct the new building, and the new building is to be treated as inventory. That's the only case, that's the only instance na ikakapitalize ang cost ng old building. If hindi ganun yung case, automatic po people, expense na po siya. Okay? And last, may note ako dito sa last. The net demolition cost, syempre, di ba, we are going to demolish the new building. So, syempre, magagastos tayo for the demolition cost. So, the net demolition cost is based on purpose. Okay. So, anong gagawin natin, sir, sa net demolition cost? Again, based sa purpose. Bakit dinemolish? Kasi magtatayo ng bagong building. Therefore, yung demolition cost is ikakapitalize mo sa building. Bakit dinemolish yung old building? Kasi po gusto lang i-clear ang land kasi merong gagawin, no? Merong gagawin sa land. We are going to prepare the land for its intended purpose. Since ang purpose sa pag-demolish is to prepare the land, therefore i-charge natin siya sa land. Again na, based on purpose. So I think that will be all for this video. Very short explanation with our PIC interpretation on land and building.